course card games on motorcycles, but have you considered card games with giant robots? Welcome to my YuGiOh Sevens review analysis thingy. I'm not going season by season with the show like I did with Reigns in the upcoming Arc 5 video, which I swear is gonna happen. I'm just gonna delve into the deep end and tell you why I love this show. YuGiOh Sevens is really interesting in the grand pantheon of Yu-Gi-Oh animes for a lot of reasons. It's the first series to promote the alternative gameplay format Rush Duels, along with being the first Yu-Gi-Oh spin-off or sequel anime to not be helmed by Studio Gallop. These two factors mark distinct changes in art style and tone for Sevens compared to its contemporaries. For example, while Yu-Gi-Oh has always been silly, it comes of the territory of children's card games being the core of the series' conflict, Sevens takes the silly factor up a notch with its distinctly more humorous takes on character archetypes and plot lines. I know people like their Yu-Gi-Oh series more dramatic, but after the second half of Arc 5 and Vrains back-to-back, I think a more silly series was warranted at the time. Besides, I really dig the comedic stylings in this show. Some may find Sevens' humor a bit childish, but this is an all-ages show for one, and these comedic ideas are often so absurd and ridiculous they wrap back around to being charming as heck. It's such an earnestly fun show to watch that it makes the more thematic and emotional moments sprinkled throughout the show hit a bit harder than they normally would. Helping this is the overall cast of Sevens being a really entertaining bunch of kids. Even the conceptually goofier side characters like Yoshio, this tiny timid child who dresses up as a big Fist of the North Star style character, get their moment to shine in the series. Though the main cast ain't slouching in fun factor either. Gakuto is disciplined and righteous but high-strung and learns to loosen up throughout the series. I find Luke's egotistical boasting super endearing to him as a rival, especially during the arc revolving around the Luke Man persona he made. And Romin is adorably aloof, starting off unconfident in her own talents as a duelist and musician, but later learning to trust her skills thanks to her friends. She's one of the better female characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! And a huge step up from how the last couple of shows handled their female leads. And of course, there's the series' main protagonist, Yuga Odo, the in-anime creator of Rush Duels, the alternate format to the strict rule set known as Goa Duels, a rule set that became the standard from the Goa Corporation. From what we understand as viewers, Goa Duels aren't the master rules traditional TCG players play in the real-life card game, but a more dystopian and strict version of the game we all love. Yuga goes all of his way to install Rush Duels not because he sucks at the master rules, but to reinvigorate the game he loves with a new creative twist. Later in the series, Yuga makes his Rush Duel program open source so everyone in the city can make their own rule sets and have fun their own way. Of course, we mainly see Rush Duel being played, we have card packs to sell after all, but the idea Yuga's motivations represents in Sevens is about creative freedom, and letting children express themselves, which is kinda poignant given when the show aired, 2020. YuGiOh Sevens was the first Yu-Gi-Oh show to air in 2020, starring a couple weeks after the COVID-19 global lockdown that shut off most of the world that we're still feeling the effects of today. In that time, the concern of all ages hobbies like toys, video games, and card games becoming more for adults than the targeted demographic accelerated as prices of all these products rose with the extra free time and interest many adults had with the lockdown. There's less kid-aimed action figures being produced, with a lot of adult collector figures being really expensive. Video games are also getting more expensive, going from $50 to $60 to now $70 per new game. And don't even get me started with Pokemon and Magic's card game antics. Point is, whether intentional or not, by trying to recapture their glory days as 6 to 11-year-olds, a lot of adult hobbyists aren't letting the 6 to 11-year-olds of today have the same fun that they did back in the day. The adults of today are stagnating the growth of the next generation, the kids of tomorrow, because they can't admit that the things they love are for children, and don't want to share. This is all laid out pretty clearly thematically by Sevens' final boss, Otis. Otis wants to destroy all of dueling because of how it's been corrupted over the years, and challenges these children to prove him wrong and be the ones to decide the fate of the game they love with their new rule set. No matter if you see Otis's motivation as a commentary on getting new players and kids into the TCG, or the anime paving a way for a fresh start of this new era, I think Sevens' unique takes on the themes of childlike creative freedom only grow more relevant with each passing year, and it's a great message. Overall, I had a lot of fun with YuGiOh Sevens, and would highly recommend it to anyone if you got an open mind about these modern wave of kids card game animes. While I did get a lot out of it as an existing Yu-Gi-Oh player and anime fan, I think newcomers can enjoy it too. Help that's the second shortest Yu-Gi-Oh anime next to the Toei Season 0, only being 92 episodes as opposed to the average 140 epics each entry usually goes for. As usual, if you do decide to take the plunge, I'd prefer you watch the Japanese English subtitle version if you can, as the dub Americanizes and changes a bit too much from the source material for my liking, and you don't get to hear the amazing Japanese OST, which is a shame because there's some really good bops in there.